A month ago, my marriage came to an unexpected end when my husband made the decision to leave me. His reasoning was that he didn't want to continue living a life that felt stuck, repeating the same patterns over and over. We didn't have children yet, though we had been planning to. I hesitated at first because of our financial situation. We had accumulated significant debt, mainly because of a car purchase he insisted on. It was our first big purchase together, and we also had credit card debt piling up. Despite all this, he reassured me that as long as we had each other, we would get through it. We supported each other, and I believed in him when he said we could pay off everything. I told him that once we had at least half of the debt cleared, we could start trying for kids. His reasoning for wanting to have children soon was that it would give him something to strive for, something to keep him going. But for me, I was being practical. I didn't want either of us, or our future children, to suffer because of the debts we had. I wanted to be able to give everything to our kids, to provide for them properly. But then things started to change. He told me he felt lost when we were together, and admitted that he regretted marrying me. That's when I started to realize why he had been distant in recent months. He hadn't been initiating any intimacy or even basic communication with me. It was painful, but it made sense in hindsight. The breaking point came when I found out he had been talking to one of his office mates on Viber. He had been sharing all the issues we were facing at home with this person. When I confronted him, he denied everything and said he just needed someone to talk to, that HT didn't want to hurt me by sharing these things. That night, he decided to end our marriage, just like that. I tried to offer solutions. I suggested we fix things together, go to counseling, or even take a break to think about our relationship. But after 2 weeks, he came to me and initiated the idea of annulling our marriage. I was blindsided. Before all of this, we had been happy, or so I thought. Now, everything felt like it was falling apart, and I couldn't understand what had happened. I felt completely lost, unsure of how to pick myself back up. The last thing he said to me was that his life felt better and lighter without me. Then, days later, I found out that he was spending time with the same coworker he had been talking to, eating lunch together every day. And to make it even harder to process, I saw that he had been using Tinder, something I discovered through his email. He left all of his things behind and told me I could dispose of them. I don't know what to make of it all. I'm left here, confused and heartbroken, trying to make sense of what happened. I never saw any of this coming.